Jamsin Entertainment.
Hey YouTube. Today, why and how are bad actors famous? I went through the internet, I looked up some lists, and I took away what I thought were the ones that really should be on the list. They had some like singers that were acting in some movies. I went with straight actors, and here's a list. Famous bad actors: Pauly Shore, Tara Reid, Keanu Reeves, Tommy Wiseau, Jamie Kennedy, Kristen Stewart, Rob Schneider, Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Christian Slater, Chuck Norris, Megan Fox, and Jeff Goldblum. I'm going to put some of them in categories. Start with the first three: Pauly Shore, Jamie Kennedy, and Rob Schneider. I'm not sure about Pauly Shore and Jamie Kennedy. I know in Rob Schneider's case, I think the only reason, because I heard it before, he is in movies is because he's Adam Sandler's friend. So when Adam Sandler made a movie, he guaranteed Rob Schneider a part. And that's what got started. And apparently, he got a couple of his own movies. Yeah. This over the top goofball who's not funny. And me, I personally don't care, but people do say that he does some questionable roles, as in being another race. I think he's been Japanese, probably black, maybe a couple other races, and it's seen as not politically correct. I'm not the most political correct person, so as long as it's in good humor. I mean, for crying out loud, Robert Downey Jr. blackface in Tropic Thunder, which I still need to see. I heard it's really good. But it's the Wayans brothers, whiteface and white chicks. Was there any outcry there? I don't know. I don't care. As long as it's in good humor, I don't care. If it's blatantly offending, well, I mean, not, well, if it's blatantly obvious, it's got to be offensive to someone. If it's blatantly obvious that they're going out of their way to demean another race, then yeah, I have a problem with it. But I don't have a problem with it when it's in good humor and get a couple laughs. In Rob Schneider's case, good humor was attempted, but it wasn't achieved. Pauly Shore and Jamie Kennedy, almost the same reasons as Rob Schneider. Not because they know Adam Sandler, they probably do, but it's because they're just so annoying and they think they're funny and they're not. List number one down. List number two. You got Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Three martial artists that can't act and they are famous. Chuck Norris is ridiculously famous. And I used to not like Chuck Norris, especially because of the jokes. Now that I've heard so many of them, and some of them were extremely clever and funny, and the fact that Chuck Norris loves these jokes, that he can laugh at himself, that's awesome. So, I am a Chuck Norris fan. And I think he got famous because he was in a Bruce Lee film where they fought, and it was a one-on-one. It wasn't Bruce Lee fighting like 20 guys. It was a one-on-one. You, you normally that's left for people that are really good, and Chuck Norris is really good. I've read some things about him. I used to do Muay Thai and Jiu Jitsu. Jiu Jitsu is a Japanese grappling style. I've mentioned this before in another review. And he went down to Brazil to learn Jiu Jitsu from the Gracies because they were the best of the best. Well, they basically brought jiu-jitsu over from Japan, or they had a Japanese teacher there. I can't remember the story, but Chuck Norris thought he knew jiu-jitsu until he went up with the Gracies, and he said it was like I was a child. So it's really cool that he actually knows his stuff. But Steven Seagal and Rob Van Dam's wrestling. Jean-Claude Van Damme knows his stuff too. I I know less about them, so unfortunately that's why I don't like them. So maybe if I did more research on them and found out more about them, I would like them. But their movies are they're just horrible, and their acting's horrible. I think the only the only Steven Seagal move I've ever enjoyed is when he was the villain in Machete, and that movie is supposed to be bad. Category 3. Need paper again for a second. Keanu Reeves, Kristen Stewart, Kristen Slater, Megan Fox. Now, these bad actors got typecasted. Long and short of it. Longer version of it, I think they got where they are because they went into casting and they looked the best and they acted the least worst. I think what really catapulted Keanu Reeves' career was The Matrix. I know he did Heat before, and I think Devil's Advocate came out before The Matrix. I'm not sure, but I know he's mostly famous for The Matrix, and after that you see him in The Matrix just with different titles. Constantine, 47 Ronin, which still looks good. I want to see 47 Ronin. Those are just a couple films afterwards, but it's more or less the same role. Typecasted. Kristen Stewart, Megan Fox. More Megan Fox. Strict eye candy. See, they saw her, well, like, wow, she's gorgeous. And I didn't really pay attention in Transformers because I was like, wow, she's gorgeous. But watching the Turtles movies, and since I started doing reviews, I've been looking at movies more critically. I'm watching her and she knows she's there because she's hot. Yeah, it's a bad thing. Even though I do think she's gorgeous, I would like to see April O'Neil played by an actress, not a model. And Megan Fox is essentially a model. I mean, okay, so some of these I watched reviews on and took them from them. So and Megan Fox was one of them, and they address the same thing. And they show a clip of Transformers where she's showing Shia LaBeouf's character what she knows about cars, and he's not paying attention to her at all. Just like no one else in the audience or no other guy in the audience was paying attention to her. well, what she was saying anyway. He was paying attention to her fantastic body. So, yeah, Megan Fox, unfortunately, she got famous in Hollywood because of her looks, not because of her acting. Which, I mean, Kristen Stewart as well. She's not nearly as hot, but she is attractive. And again, I think it might have been the same reason as Keanu Reeves. The best looking and the least worst actor for the part, and she got picked. And then she was typecasted for the 4 movies. I haven't seen her in anything else after Twilight, which I've only seen one of them. No, I'm not doing a review because I will be saying exactly what I'll be saying with a really angry face the entire time I watched it. Vampires don't sparkle! Luckily, we had Dracula Untold come out a couple years later, and I will do a review on that come Halloween. Yeah, I'm going to have Halloween. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but Dracula Untold will be coming out in October. My review anyway, it's already out. That's a great movie. That restored my faith in vampires. And Christian Slater. I think the only movie I've ever seen him do well in, okay, 2 movies, and it's because he has a minor role. Interview with the Vampire and Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. He's a really small role in that. And I'll say it's the same reasons Keanu Reeves and Kristen Stewart. Looked the best, acted the least horrible. Okay. So, brings us to Tara Reid. Now, she's the same reason, she's a mix of the same reason for Megan Fox and the other 3 that I talked about in Category 3. But Category 4, she's getting her own, not only because is she hot, that's one of the reasons why she was picked for the American Pie movies, that's what she's most famous for, and she acted the least worst, and she can act, but it's like she can do one role, and typecasted. And she's getting her own category mostly because she'll do any script you hand her. Because she did Sharknado 1 and 2. And I unfortunately had to sit through Sharknado. No, I'm not doing a review on that. Okay, maybe I will. Yeah, sure, why not? Sharknado. Sometime down the road, just not now. Because, well, you'll know at the end of the video why. Jeff Goldblum. He is a good actor. But because of his acting style, that's what got him on this list. People thought it was funny and quirky. I think in Jurassic Park, that's what got him noticed, really, when he did the yeah, but you just packaged it and just we thought it was funny and quirky. So did he, but he fell in love with it and did it for every single role. So when you see Jeff Goldblum, you're getting his funny, quirky acting every single time, and it's old, dude. It's old. And of course, I'm going to see Independence Day Resurgence with Jeff Goldblum come Sunday. Last and certainly not least, Tommy Wiseau. This man is an enigma, and he is famous for doing The Room. Written, directed, lead role, Tommy Wiseau, The Room. I will not review this because too many people have reviewed it and said everything that needs to be said about it, and I've only know about it because of reviews. I'm only reviewing Tom Wiseau. Oh man, this guy. He, I could only imagine that the people in the movie liked the script enough, oddly, and they helped fund it. That's the only way I can see that movie being made. And it's only famous because it's so bizarrely bad but good. It's, his acting is just very unique. And yeah, he's what makes the movie, I would imagine, if I actually saw it, but I'm not going to see it. I'd probably be laughing the entire time. Yeah, this is a man whose origins are unknown, who claims to be an American, who claims to be French, who claims to be from here. I don't know. He has this weird accent, and he he like keeping people in the dark. I guess he's keeping his fame alive by doing that. I mean, watch The Room for yourself if you like bad movies, or watch the reviews for yourself. I'm just reviewing the person, Tom Wiseau, unique individual. God bless him. Okay, so that was why and how are bad actors famous. Tomorrow, Too Many Games. Sunday, Independence Day Resurgence. Next Thursday, Howard the Duck for a throwback review. If you like what you saw, like it. If you think other people like it, share it. Ooh, little burp. Excuse me. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned.
Live your imagination.